It's ITV News in London.
Good evening, welcome to the ITV News in London. Tonight's main stories. Flash flooding brings early morning chaos to the capital, but warnings this evening there is more rain on the way. What a load of rubbish, mountains of mess left behind by travellers in just 1 month. Riding towards Rio, the London Paralympian hoping to win more gold medals this summer. And
if you're afraid of heights, don't look down.
The virtual reality technology offering unreal views of the city. Hello, I'm Lucrezia Minerini. It's been quite a summer for flooding already, but London hadn't seen anything like the deluge of last night. Thousands of homes woke up to flooded ground floors. Those who ventured to work faced severe delays. Some polling stations open for voting in the EU referendum had to close and relocate. And the rain moved in again this afternoon, disrupting journeys home, with the promise of even more to come. Our first report tonight is from Luke Hanrahan.
Lightning struck London last night, along with thunder so fierce it set off car alarms. Torrential rain fell across the entire region. By the early hours, a month's worth had hit the capital. A deluge which took many by surprise.
This is my room. This is where I was asleep.
Marie Petru slept as water flowed into her bedroom in Battersea. She lay less than half a foot from the rising floodwater.
Water calf high throughout the whole bedroom. As I opened the door, it was just streaming in.
It was, the damage is, the water's still under there. It seeped all the way through.
Flooding hasn't happened here for decades. People completely unprepared, many with no insurance, now facing a lengthy clean-up and a huge bill.
This is what I woke up to, I came to.
Basements were even more vulnerable. Gladys Williams had been renovating her hair salon. Now it's under 3 feet of water.
And all the wires are hanging, which is very dangerous.
Severe flooding on the line caused mayhem on the transport network. People turning up for their morning commute, unsure of what to do next. Cancellations and delays left thousands stranded or late for work.
It's been a nightmare. I've come from Sanderstead and the trains were cancelled from Sanderstead and Purley Oaks, so I had to get a bus into East Croydon and then got on a train to Victoria, and it's taken a massively long time.
Every train is delayed and wherever I go it's cancelled, so I have to go by bus now and I'm really getting late for my job.
Some polling stations have also been forced to close. 2 in Kingston have been moved elsewhere. Almost 2 inches of rain fell last night, and a second wave is already here. Luke Hanrahan, ITV News.
And the floods feature in the ITV News. We'll back to that story on the flooding in London, and we can go over to Luke Hanrahan now. He's in Clapham Junction for us this evening. Luke, it's been raining again throughout the afternoon. How have commuters been dealing with the disruptions on their way home tonight?
Well, the problems have persisted from this morning throughout today and into the evening. Commuters were urged to leave work early. Those who haven't are now battling the transport network. There are closures, delays and cancellations. You can see that it's raining. It's been raining since about 3 o'clock this afternoon. It's due to carry on until around 11 this evening. With me is Steve Knight from Network Rail. Steve, weren't you prepared for this rain?
So we did prepare for the weather. We have contingency plans. What we saw last night was very severe weather, very heavy rain and thunder. And we've had hundreds of people out all throughout the night and today to try and keep the railway open and progressively open more railway throughout the course of today.
So what's the current situation on the network now?
So there is disruption. We are working very hard to minimise that. We're trying to provide as many journey opportunities for people to get home tonight, but we do appreciate that this is going to be a more painful experience than normal.
So this hasn't taken you by surprise this evening. You must be putting preparations in place. What is it going to be like tomorrow morning for commuters?
So we will be working throughout the night. Hopefully the rain will die down too, which will give people an opportunity to get the railway back for the morning. But what I would advise people to do is check before they travel and make online to make sure that their journey is not going to be affected tomorrow morning.
Will it be better than this morning, or can you not say?
We are optimistic that the work we will do throughout the night will make the railway better and people's journeys better tomorrow.
So the Met Office has issued an amber warning. The Environment Agency has issued 6 red flood alerts. There are also 40 flood warnings across the southeast. The advice is to move precious things from the ground floor, from areas that are at risk, to look after vulnerable loved ones, and to put sandbags in place if you have them. It's sure to be a very tricky commute for commuters tomorrow morning too.
All right, Luke, thank you. Well, the effects of last night's storm were felt all over the region, but in Barking, a few streets in particular were left underwater. Our correspondent Ronke Phillips now on the chaos and the community cleaning up.
The small buckets made little impression, but for the residents of the Greatfield district of Barking, it was about coming together as a community to do what they could.
The place is flooded, the carpets, talking about electric cars, and everything is gone in the room.
Like his neighbours, this resident woke up to find his home completely engulfed in water.
The water is fully straight to my knee.
Homeowners watched helplessly as the water levels continued to rise. The torrent so heavy, many felt they were fighting a losing battle.
We started to try and bail out a little bit of water, but it was just rising and rising. And so I went through the back of the house because I checked that back door and it seemed to be okay. So I came around the front, and it was only until then you saw the complete scale of what was going on.
It happened in minutes, didn't it? It just poured straight in. Within minutes, the house is completely flooded downstairs. Everything is ruined.
The floods meant this pensioner was stranded in her own home and unable to use her stairlift.
The rain must have come down so hard that it just flooded. This is the first time it's ever done it.
With the heavy rain forecast to continue until late this evening, the residents may find their clear-up efforts have been in vain. Ronke Phillips, ITV News.
We'll have a full weather forecast at the end of the programme. You can also share your pictures of the storm by going to our Facebook page. Just search for ITV London and send a message.